Truthfully, yeah. There was really never a doubt. There was a point where it was 21-0 and Dak was walking down the sideline and, he's like, we're still in this. We've been here before. We've done this stuff. We've put up 21 like this. And I think that whole vibe from the offense, at least from what I felt when I was down there was never a doubt. And we knew what we were capable of. We knew that if our defense gave us a couple stops, we were able to do what we do.
What clicked from the first half to the end of in the second half?
Yeah, I think things were clicking. I think the main message when we got in at halftime was we got to start shooting ourselves in the foot. We had a lot of self-inflicted wounds, and if we clean a lot of that up, we're scoring points. There's still a ton to clean up. But like I said, I think we were hurting ourselves at the beginning, and we know what kind of team this is and what we can do.
What do you do to get your body ready and your mind ready for such a short turnover?
Yeah, I think one of my main, sayings is protect my energy. I have a great support system back home. My fiance does a lot of stuff around the house, so I don't have to in season. When my family does come in, they know I come from an athlete family, so they know. They say, Jake, just sit down. Like, we'll handle everything, and very blessed to have that back home.
This time of year, what are you thankful for?
Man, a whole lot, man. This team, being able to do this. I always think that, I try not to take anything for granted because a lot of people would love to be in this position. And, we might be sore, we might be tired, long hours, long days. But at the end of the day, I'm living my dream. This is always what I wanted to do. From the moment I, held a football in my hand, from the moment I could walk, this was always what I wanted to do.
How crucial was Sam Williams' forced fumble?
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. We came in together, and he's always been a force. He's always been some guy that when he lines up against me, I'm not trying to block him. So I knew his time's coming, and it's only a matter of time.
Thank you, sir.
How did your body get used to playing? Sam. This is such a short role.
Yeah, I don't think my body will ever get used to it. I'll say it's more of a mindset in a sense of, something, I'll tell you, the O2X group we talked to, outside of the meeting rooms when it was a little bit more laid back and, we had some drinks in us, they were telling us, your body can do so much more than what you think. And your mind might be telling you, all right, this is my max. And they'd say, that's probably only about 50% of what your body can do. So there might be times where, I'm sore, or I might feel something or whatever it may be, but I always kind of revert back to that and I got more.
That rally was huge for your all's postseason hope. You just mentioned your being where your feet are. Some big name opponents coming. How do you keep your feet where they are and not worry about that?
Yeah, I think that's what we practice on this team. Is there are times where your head might go your mind might go a little forward and into the future and start thinking and start going all over the place, and that's where you got to focus on our training and what we train mindfulness. We train how to pull our focus back into the now, and so doing that is important. And then at the same time, just embrace every moment and just, like I said, be where your feet are, because that's the only thing you can control.
I think you told us stories either in training camp or early in the season about you and George. You knew him at the first met him at the combine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
I met him at a joint visit in Green Bay.
What do you remember about him then? And I remember you saying he's a cool dude, and a lot of people hear these stories and they're like, this isn't matching up.
Yeah, and I know guys. I've known guys who know him as well, who played college with him and stuff like that. And truthfully, to me from the start, whenever I met him, I was never I always knew he was misunderstood. I always seen him as, a guy who just loves the game. He truly, truly loves football. And, I'm a guy who loves football as well. And he's just I always pictured it as the best player on your team when you're in youth ball and you're not throwing him the ball. And he's man, he gets angry because he wants the ball. It's just because he loves the game. And, I can respect that. So I rally behind that.
Did he, you mentioned the O2X stuff when you guys were in Georgia. Was that like a moment for him where he kind of opened up to everybody for the first time in you guys there?
Truthfully, I think he's opened up since he's been here. This is a tight locker room, and we keep it that way. And one of our main rules in here is protect each other, and I think that's something big. Is you don't want guys talking about other guys behind backs, pointing fingers, and stuff like that. We're looking in mirrors, not through windows. So I think that's a big focus. And the only thing that truly matters is the guys in this locker room.
How much have you seen Dak kind of balance CD versus George? Because obviously, CD's the leader of the wide receiver room versus, trying to get him involved.
Yeah, I think it's. I think Dak's looking at a receiving core with a whole bunch of weapons, and yeah, honestly, I think it's probably pretty hard to be a quarterback in that sense, and I'm glad that's not me. But also at the same time, I wish that was me having all those weapons. So.
Thank you, Jake.
Cool. Yep.
Appreciate you.
How you stay here.
Yeah, I would just say that's just how you do anything. I was taught how you do everything is how you do anything, and pretty much I'm from Camden, New Jersey, so my life been up and down my whole life. So getting knocked down wasn't pretty much nothing, but it was more about getting back up and keep fighting.
Was you ever been in that situation similarly, like someone knocked you down on special teams play, but we just didn't see it?
Oh no, that was definitely an unfamiliar position for me, being on my back, but I was just gonna keep going. Yeah. Oh yeah, just going off of just the obvious. Like I'm a rookie, undrafted, so I'm the bottom of the bottom. So for you to see the same energy that come from me is just a praise to the guys in front of me, how they attack every day. Like we all know Donald Wilson, he attacked the day like it's his last every time. The same thing with Malik Hooker. So it's just like it's being passed down, and you could tell like starting from the bottom up, the energy is there.
How many people reached out to you over the last 24 hours after seeing that play?
My people usually always reached out to me, but it's definitely a lot of love from others. Yeah, definitely.
How long do you even get to enjoy yesterday's win, as historic as it was, as crazy as it was?
It's over with.
Right, with the Chiefs now 3 days.
Yeah, it's over with. That was usually you get 48 hours, but we only had the night last night, so we right back at it. Yeah.
Did Shotty give you a game ball?
Not yet. He gave me one last week, but hopefully I'll be able to get one. But game ball most likely go to this guy right here, a banger. So yeah, hopefully I get it.
How far is Camden from East Orange?
From East Orange, probably about 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, but it's 10 minutes from Philly though, so that was definitely what drove me a little bit. Yeah.
What are you thinking, man, when you get knocked down once or twice, you find yourself on the ground? What's going through your head?
I'm about to get back up. I know everybody watching back at home too, and it's the Eagles, so it's like I ain't about to let nobody from Philly put their hands on me like that and not do nothing. So yeah.
So you weren't an Eagles fan growing up?
Nah, I definitely ain't an Eagles
So
fan.
what were you?
I was a 49ers fan, but not no more. I'm Cowboys to the death for me. So.
Did you see the viral video of all the kids punching up?
Yeah, so that actually wasn't in Philly. That was actually in Camden, where I'm from. So that was my nephew's school. So my sister had called me. I'm just looking like, oh, all right. Then the security guard, he was the security guard at my high school, like in a video. So I was just looking like, okay, like, we're going to show y'all when we get a chance to. Yeah, a little extra boost for me.
Your nephew goes to the school?
Yeah, like they had the little the punching bags at. Yeah. Nah. He knew not to do that. Yeah.
What's your nephew's name?
Jayon.
Can you spell it for me?
Jyon Clark.
How old is he?
He's probably about 7, 8 now. Yeah.
So he's gonna punch a bag with maybe some Eagles on it?
Yeah, he could definitely punch a lot of bags with Eagles on it. Yeah.
How good did it feel to put on tape something like that, to show everybody what can come out of Syracuse?
Pretty much just, that's another thing. We go by DART, detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough. I feel like I put DART on display with that play right there. Just not giving up, being relentless, and just being tough enough to keep going.
How many special teams do you play in college?
I always play special teams. Yeah, gunner. All 4 special teams. My Coach Fran definitely played a big part in that, and Coach Ciano as well. I want to shout him out at Rutgers. He was a big special teams guy, and he was big on the details. And what those guys always said, you get an opportunity, you just take it, because it's never like a missed opportunity because somebody's going to take it. So
What do you like about being a gunner?
I get to just play free, and then it's just violence at the end. Like whoever the most violent going to win the rep. So.
Did you know you forced the ball out right away?
Yeah, hopefully I thought I did. I hit him hard enough. I wanted this helmet to come off or something. Yeah.
How many times have you watched that play?
I ain't gonna lie, I watched it a lot. Just because the ending part too, not the beginning. I ain't gonna lie, I hate the beginning part. But I definitely watched the end a lot. Yeah.
That teaching tape
It's definitely teach tape.
For not just you, but like little kids, right?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
How do you view that?
It's a bigger message than just the football play. Just pretty much you get knocked down, just get back up, just keep trying. The worst thing you can do is stop trying. So like, you can either get made a clown or you could be, like you said, have a viral moment for a little bit.
You ever see the Larry Allen catch where he recovered? He tackled a guy that was running away with the fumble ball. Have you ever seen that play?
Nah, I never seen that, but I seen like DK Metcalf had did that against Buda Baker before, where he threw an interception and Buda Baker took off and DK still caught him. Just it's what it is to be in the NFL. If you don't do that, then you ain't gonna be here long.
As you approach Thanksgiving, what are you thankful for?
Everything, to be honest. I really can't ask for nothing else, especially coming from where I come from. Pretty much nothing, and being at where I'm at right now with guys like CD, Dak Prescott, you can't really ask for much more. So just being grateful for everything. No problem.